Hello world, this is JWP, J-Ward Primo Beats, coming to you live from my home studio. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. My Facebook, JWP Meta, YouTube at JWPTube, Twitch, JWP Stream. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon, it's with 2 Ps. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins and synth edit, or my GoFundMe, JWP Fund. My PayPal, jwpmas@gmail.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, a like, comment, and or subscribe are appreciated. I'll be continuing along working on some of my older album artwork in Povray Moray. Yeah, my camera's really bright. I'm not sure why. Maybe I fiddled with the configuration. Okay. Can't change that. It's set to auto, but I mean, auto doesn't get a lot of grain, but it is not that great of a camera. White balance is set to auto. Maybe it's just this white paper behind me that's triggering the white balance way high. Okay. So getting into it, I guess I can start a conceptual piece now by 6,000, 6,000. Hopefully my computer can handle that. I believe that's 300 dpi. What is that in inches? Inches. 20 by 20 inches. Okay, so that must be 600 dpi. I mean, it has to be, right? Oops. Pixels here. Change that on me. Inches. That's 10 by 10. That's still really big. Why do they need 6,000 by 6,000? Like 900 dpi? How big is an album? Or is a jewel case cover? CD, jewel, CD, music, CD insert size. Of course, it also be capping. 4.75. Right? 4.725. 4.7 centimeters. Okay, maybe this one. So why is a muse asking for? Artwork has to be a perfect square with a size between 3,000 by 6,000 and PNG or JPEG to be wave. Format at least 3,000 by 3,000. We try not to interfere with the artist's freedom, but the stores have rules that are important to follow. Okay. I'll blur your pixelated images. No social media, no copyrighted images, no famous logos or brands. Can't put a TAD right, with album art. Barcodes. His part was adventure and explicit content varies on the cover unless one of the tracks is marked explicit. Restricted logo is solely for R-rated movies, not music. Text. Okay, the artwork cannot include websites, references to physical packaging like a CD logo. That's weird. No CD logo. But I guess no brands are advertising, no images, no year nor date. store names or special offers, no barcodes. No tilted or cropped images. Absolute minimum is 3,000 by 3,000. Okay. So let's go back to 300 by 300, which is pretty standard. And then what is it? 1.25. So what is the size? It's a square. That's all they give me. Say if I wanted to get this printed, I used to use CD West, I think. I looked at CD Baby, physical CDs. CD Baby's closing our warehouse that ended physical distribution last year. Okay. Manufacturers CDs. Sister company, CD Baby duplication. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, maybe because it's an LP or record, right? That's why it's so big. CD West just looks like an old website. CD Baby duplication. Okay, so I guess I'm going by vinyl record size. I mean, that's the absolute maximum, right? It's not going to get any bigger besides like a poster or something. So what's a V I always spell this wrong. VIVYNL vinyl was it sleeve size? 12.5 by 12.5. The actual size is 12.35, but that extra gives a little bit of breathing room inside the frame. Okay, so 12.5 inches. So what is that? Then it's 1 at 6,000, right? 6,000, that's not 6,000 inches. That's way, it's insanity. Okay, and then what's that in inches? It's still really big. Custom USB drives. Interesting. That CD Baby. 10. Production time, can I say like next week? In 3 weeks, $100 for 10. It's like $10 a pop. So it's $132. Interesting. $10 a pop. I wonder if they're locked. Like there's USB drives that are you can't change the content on, which would be great, right? They're also kind of big. Anyway, what do they want? Okay, I don't want this. Clear. Oh. Cancel somewhere. Cancel. Okay, maybe let's refresh the page here. This will give me an idea here. Choose blues 100. Okay. Oh, I have to set it like this. So it has to be a minimum of 100 records. Like, what am I gonna do with 100 records? Are you kidding me? 100 records for $1,000? I guess it's because they have to make the mold, right? Okay. Size. It's a 7-inch. It's even more. Color. Speed printing. Okay, I don't know. I'm just going to have to go with what I feel, which is 12.5 by 12.5. Okay, so what's that at 6 or 600 dpi, right? 6,000. Okay, and then just, okay, that's 10. Which is kind of annoying. So what did I push out as far as what as far as what Povray did here, because I finished it, right? Within the documents. Safer for it to write there than it is anywhere else. Okay, so this one. Okay, that's the first one here. It there. I guess I can open it in the GIMP here. Okay, so I pushed out a 6,000 by 6,000. So how do I get this to 12? Right, 12.5. Copy that, move down. Okay, so 7,500. 6,000 is max. Okay, so what does this mean? Then let's move this around until let me make it down to 6,000 here. Okay, so let's vote 478, 479, 480-ish. Let's change this to 12.5. Okay, so 480 is exactly 6,000. 12.5. But it's such an obscure number, like 480. That doesn't make any sense. Why they would do that? Why wouldn't they make it 600? You know, like this, right? And then 7,500 should be the max, not 480. Well, that's what they're rolling with, so I guess that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so 12.5, we're running at 480, that's fine. Okay, so that is ugly color background here. Let me insert transparency, clear that, and bring this in. Okay, so this maybe is too big. I need a border, right? It said a border of 125. 25 millimeters. This, what was that? Isn't it inches though? That doesn't make sense. What do they do? Why millimeters now? Who is this? Are they high? Actually, 12-inch records. $12 for a CD. SLP. Size of a typical cardboard LP sleeve cover is 12.375. Okay. So it's different. So 12.375. And turn this up. Why is it different? So again, we're in a weird situation here. So what it really boils down to is I'm not going to be printing any CDs. I'm not going to be printing any LPs. Or, yeah, I'm not going to be printing any records. So this is just spitballing, really. What do I want, though, is obviously 6,000. And that gets squished down to about 500 by 500. And Muse doesn't seem to care. What about CD Baby? Because I want to keep a standard, right? CD Baby album arts. Mini art. Because if they were limited to 3,000 by 3,000, then yeah, I'm gonna have to stay there. Artwork requirements 3,000 maximum 1,400. Oh, minimum 1,400. Okay, so 3,000 by 3,000 maximum. So 300 DPI, less than 25 megs RBG. Okay, so that makes things easy. 3,000 by 3,000. No 6,000 by 6. I gotta re-render now. Okay, so close, and then we'll go here, and I need a bit of bleed, though, right? However, how much bleed? So let's say 1/4 inch. Okay, so this can be closed. No, I actually want to look at this in its glory, right? 6,000 by 6,000. So this must be referring to like when it said anti-aliasing. That must be the weird thing that it was talking about. Do I want to do something about that? I don't really have the time on stream to resample that, right? Let's continue what I'm doing here. And then, okay, so they're asking for 3,000 maximum, and they say 300 DPI is the best. So what size is that? Okay, so that's just under a final or record. As I said, though, I'm not going to be printing the records. What matters is this. Disappointing because, yeah. 300 DPI is best. 600 DPI is better. I mean, this is 2024. Computers can handle this. I should probably get my printer on IPS2. What it is. I'm going to have to look at that. I should probably pull it up. I got it from this called Staples. HP printers. Might not even be listed anymore. I'll go ahead. No, it doesn't look like it's there anymore. I think it might be this one. No, I don't have a panel like that. I don't think it doesn't slope. Well, I never noticed if I could pull it up. I've never tried. Interesting. It's, I don't know. It'll take me like 2 seconds to before I start importing, because I am going to be printing myself some stuff. That's black and white though. Well, there's no point in doing that because my printer's black and white. All right. So from minimum to there to maximum there, what is, for example, 300, but like 12.5 is going to push it over. Okay, I got to redo this. Then this is 3,000. Okay. And as well, what did this say again? Jitter. Okay, so that's not part of this. Help, I thought maybe it was in there, but it's not. Okay, so reference, menu bar. Where's render again? It's literally just looking at it recently. I want to see render. There we go. Render options. There we go. Jitter. With jitter, the creation of Moray pattern is reduced. To do so, Povray slightly changes the position of pixels to render. This changes the amount of change in position. All right. So I'll turn them off. We'll turn everything off here. And then, yeah, I'll just leave things default and we'll see what I get. And then maybe I'll mess with it a bit. Not sure I can really do anything great. Let's just do some renders. Axis. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see anything there. So I can do the positioning. Again, with the ugly gray. Turn this back to white. So every time I open up a thing, it doesn't give me that. Transparency at alpha. Clear that. And then, well, I'm thinking my printer. Eventually I'll have to get a color printer or I'll have to go to somewhere to print things. Generally the library or Staples. It would be nice if they had a color profile. Either way, CMYK is CMYK for the most part. Printers may act a little different, but in the format, it's the generalization. Okay, so for printers, they have a minimum border, right? Printer minimum margin. 1/4 inch. Okay, so 1/4 inch, we're gonna go here. I want inches, right? And then we'll go configure grid. And we'll make this 1/4 inch. Oops. No. Okay, I'm gonna put the 0. Okay. Then view, show grid, and set the grid. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select inside here. And then I'll go with a red. Brilliant red here. Dim red. Oh, brilliant red. Ooh, that's really, ouch. Let's go 80, so it's not so brilliant. It's more of a scarlet. Then I will invert selection here and paint bucket fill that. Okay. And then it's over here. I'll call that margin. And then I'll make a new layer. Were you gonna let me put this in here now? Okay. Can I get it into a group from here? Layer name. Add the group. New layer group. Layer attributes, same thing, right? I don't know why it doesn't let me drag things. Layer. My room is still quite gooey. Can I cut and paste? Maybe? Yes. Okay. I might be able to cut and paste. No. Layer group? No. This is annoying. Let's look it up. GIMP. Oops. Can't drag layers into groups. Can't drag and drop order layers. It's probably the same thing happening here. Apparently, the problem has to show the incompatibility with example programs. Paying attention. Maybe it's OBS. Let's see anything. Okay. Duplicate. Merge down. New layer. Transparency. I'm just gonna have to sort of do what I can. Where did my red go? Okay, so paint bucket fill again. Delete this. And this is called margin. These are always with the A. I want another one. And I'll call this bleed. Or gutter, I think it's called. Okay, and then this one I'll make brilliant green, I guess less green, or less red rather. Okay, and then this. And then I want to subtract from selection. Oops. Okay, I want to. Okay, so this one, the outside. And then I want to subtract from that this one. Just got to make sure it's snapping. I don't want it to select. Why does it? Because I'm holding control. Okay, so that subtract. And then I gotta let go of control and then fiddle with this. Okay, there. Now this selection, I want this really dark red. No? Okay. Now I want to hide them. That's why I have a layer. Okay, and then we'll call this margins. Clean group. No, not on the outside. Why can't you promote? Try again. Still going inside. Okay, what about here? No, it's still inside. Will you not? I don't think this is going to work out for me as far as doing, grouping and stuff. Select none. All select none. Okay, what happens if I add a new layer? Okay, still inside. Get out of there. Yeah, that's not going to work. What is this? Layer grouping not working. Layer raise or lower groups. Using arrow keys. Just trying different hotkeys, hoping one what that was. Layer groups. So maybe I can cut and paste. There we go. Okay, so at least I have that. Okay, so new layer group. Cut that. Cut? No, not cut layer group. No. What happened? In? New layer. Okay. How do I make a new layer group? That's not keys. Control Shift N. New layer. No, I want new layer group. It's broken. Maybe it'll tell me here. Oh. Image. Layer. New layer. No, there's no hotkey. Okay, so I'm just going to layer group. It's just not letting me cut it. Let me cut that. Copy. Layer group. Copy. How do I merge it down? Can't. Copy. Okay, so it was a layer group or a layer or what? Yeah, well, layer group. Okay, there we go. That's personal. Okay, so new layer group. This is lettering. Wow, that took long just to, figure out grouping. But I believe it's OBS kind of interfering with GIMP's natural state, where it's looking at the cursor, it's grabbing the cursor, so then GIMP can't grab it to use the layer, drag and dropping. because I imagine naturally I could probably grab from GIMP and throw images into Windows folders or the desktop. But right now, OBS is holding on to the cursor because it's recording it, so it can't. GIMP can't see that. Let's see if that's the case. Off screen, and I'll just grab gutter and no. So I don't know. Whatever. Rendering. So I've got about 1/2 inch space here. Let's go GIMP. Definitely not 1/2 inch. I guess I could drag it in just to see where it's at. No. 5. Is it BMP? When did this happen? The 18th. Hope it didn't say over this one. No. So where's it writing to? I don't see a PNG. No. Stop. I think I broke it now. Yeah, I broke it. Because when I try to run something, it breaks. I'm going to make a bug report. Hopefully they fix it by the past. Travel back in time and make a bug report. Okay. Again. Is it completely broken? No, it's okay. So where is this image going? Refresh. Okay, so it's building now. Not sure why it didn't build before and why it's a BMP. Set the BMP. Well, set the PNG, and I need PNG. Set BMP. It's got a new date. In fact, it's dated for right now. What are you doing? Right. Because BMP doesn't have. Oh, that's the one that it spit out. Okay. 5. Is it? Render. See what this does. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, well, I'm going to try opening it manually here. It's not giving me the file. And run that. Let's say PNG. Is it no? I don't know how it knows. Maybe in the ini file. It looks like there's an inclusion here. I don't see any sizing or anything. Work? No, I don't know where it's putting things. Okay, so I'm going to retarget. Retarget to my working folder. I have no clue what's going on with that. What's here? So it likely should be showing up here. They got that there. So let's get it building here. Can I just? Of course. Okay, so this that's. I'll just go the long way. So POV screen there. Maybe that's where it's building. BMPs. Okay, I don't know. Or it's not. It's not where it is. Okay, so let's put that there. Okay. And same thing. I'm not sure it's going to let it write though. I have to take ownership of this folder. I don't know. Rather, I don't like to say I don't know. I'll have to find out. Apply. Okay, let's see if it allows it to render there. It's fine. Didn't even say anything. It's like, yeah, okay. Is it actually doing anything? Yeah, it looks like I got a file here. So why didn't it give me one in the other place? Whatever. I'm not gonna. Yeah. See what that looks like and scale of here. Grab it from there, slap it over there, and I want this on that side. And then where's this PNG? Right here. And I wonder if it'll let me drag and drop like that. Oh man, I got too much gutter. Just kidding. Gotta stop saying own too. Self development here, trying to work on stuff. Okay, I need snap the canvas edges as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm over. I don't even need to snap the canvas edge. See that I'm over. I'm also uneven. No, I'm not. Okay, so just out a little bit more. So we'll go camera and we'll back it off. We'll back off 17. Try that out. All right. As well, there's other components to this piece. So take a look at those. So I got the thing in the background here. It's supposed to be a counterfeit, but it didn't really turn out. Each line's supposed to be pixel perfect. So each line is for line. And then when it prints, yeah, it's pixel perfect. So as well, what's my BPI? Oh, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to print like a specific PPI. All right, 300. Print size 10 inches. Yeah, it's not even going to fit on a piece of paper. 12 inches is too big. However, a piece of paper is 8.5 by 11. And then if I use the bigger sheet, the ledger size, that's 17 by 11. So I can make that happen. 17 by a little piece or a cover. So no, because it's only 11, right? Hmm. Hmm. But I only want a CD size, which is what? Music CD insert size, which is 7.5 or whatever. 4.75. Yeah, 4.7. Okay, so where's this place again? CD baby. I closed it to see if I bring it back. Duplication. No. Here. This one, right? Manufacturer CDs. No, I didn't put a link here. Okay, maybe. So, what do they want? Templates. Digipacks. Cool wallets. Jewel cases. 2-panel insert. 1-page CD insert. So let's just throw that right on the desktop here. See what's in here. All sorts of files. PSD. Try to use that PSD. Still didn't give me sizing though. Um, Cancel here. Open. And desktop. CDK. Here. Doesn't matter which one. Because it's gonna ask me, right? It's like a PSD. Okay. All sorts of layers here. Cover. For what is this in? Okay, so I want out. See? It's a pretty big file for a bunch of lines. 1875. What do you mean 1875? Prime line, safety. Okay. 6.25 inches. It's huge. 4.7. That's even really bad quality. Get it. Doesn't say anything here. Is this an interesting? 6.25. 300 PPI? So small. I mean, it's low resolution. Finding this standard is proving to be annoying. 475. Okay, let's do this again. I mean, as much as I like, really big vinyl thing, I'm not going to fill my walls with older CDs. The biggest I want them to be is jewel case size. Let's go new. Advanced 300 PPI, and then we'll say, what is it, 4.75? $14.25. Okay, so that kind of makes a little more sense. Because there's this 1875 at 300, but they jump all the way up to 6 though. This one's 600. It's double, right? So then what is 6,000 then? Or 3,000 rather. $50. So it's not even 3,000 by 3,000. Click on DPI. I wish I had a color printer. Do tests. I can do some proofing. I sort of need these numbers. I don't like scaling because it ruins fine lines. So I think this is my number here. 600 PPI by 2850 or CD size. It'd be easier in rendering anyway. 7.5. It's been so long since I've had a CD. So this is pixel for pixel. Let's see that. So 1. It's huge. Why is it so big? This pixel for pixel. View. Okay. Okay, so that's physically right. I don't know how many CDs or anything. Don't have any reference material. But it looks fine. Make that on my wall, I guess. So that's where I'm going to be. All right. Yeah. I got to turn off. I got to turn it back on. Dot for dot. Right. So 2850. That's the template. These guys can go. Need that for nothing. Do it again. And then we'll go image configure grid again, 1/4 inch. 50 pixels. Go to grid. Snap the grid. Oops. Snap the count edges. Snap to active path is fine. So my gutter is going to be huge now because, yeah, it's smaller, right? It's a bigger piece. 80. It's not too brilliant. Dump. There. This one. Can I subtract? Okay, so I got this selected. Let's go select. Invert again. We'll subtract from that. I'll subtract from that. I'll go with control. Just make sure they're snapped. And enter. Now dump there. And that's 40, which is the gutter. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to need a little more space. Okay. As well, layer transparency, add transparency. And pull this center out here. Select none, center, and delete. Select none. As well, like it's supposed to be sort of a CD print too, right? Like it's supposed to fit on a CD. So let's make an ellipse. And I kind of screwed that up. Layer group, call this bounds. No, we'll call it something different. Grab this, put it in there, grab it again, put it in there, grab it again, put that. Copy maybe? Wow, the drag and drop actually worked. What happened there? Why does it work now? Okay, so this is we'll call this margin. And I'll duplicate that and call this. Then I want to select by color. And for margin, I'll get this out of there. Right. Okay. Then for gutter, I want that. It looks like they're still there because they're different layers. Layer. Call this one CD. And we'll grab the elliptic. And CDs are pretty much a square size. However, it looks like we got to kind of play with things here. So we want out of margin into, we'll go into the gutter, but we'll stay like for lettering, we'll stay out of the gutter. I just got to make sure everything is constrained into this elliptic. Okay. That's our selection, my selection. Now we'll do another one, we'll go 20. We'll go 60 here to keep things different, and selection invert. And we'll paint bucket here. Okay. We'll put it underneath everything. Alright. Select none. And that is sort of the zone we want to stay in. I want to stay in. For major elements. If I remove the gutter, I can see my extensions. Okay. So now I actually want the image here, which will be called, this will actually be lettering. Layer. This is lettering. And we'll look at header. Okay. And this will be there. Grab this. No. I'm actually gonna cut this. Don't need it. Okay, workflow. Toss this in here. This is the newer one. Scale that. Do I have snapped these edges? Yes. Okay. Zoom out a bit. I think I turned down my snapping. Okay, so I'm still in the bleed or the gutter, and I'm outside of the CD. So it's still gonna come out more. Which I don't want to. Okay, so 18. How much should that get me before? Here out there. We'll just go 20. Straight to 20. Okay. Look at that. Get rid of this layer. Waiting game whilst Povray does its thing. Okay, so that's done. Here. Toss this in there. And Snapping things, snapping. So I'm at 20. Just barely. No, I'm still outside the CD here. I guess I could bring it down. I gotta watch out for the circle limit. That's another thing too. I gotta watch out for the circle limit. What was in the original? Right. That was there, yeah. It's called the Hub, I think. Music CD hub size. It's 069. $23 millimeters. I need inches. 3, 2, 23 millimeters. 2 inches. 0.9. So it's a whole inch. Just go a whole inch. Here. So I got quarters. The best I can do is 0.75. The whole thing, just to be in the safe side. Okay, so I want to here. Oh yeah, I forgot that it's going to be what do you call it anyway? It's going to be an elliptic, right? So it's not a square. So it's just the area I want to watch out for. Right, and what is that? It is 7.5. Okay, so I got to go bigger. That sucks. 1.25. I just wanted 1. Okay, so I'm going to have to change my snapping here. We'll go 0, 1, 2, 5. Okay, and we can come in 1, or rather I can come in 1. And that is 1 inch. 1 inch squared. So that makes a pretty decent safe zone, I'd say. And we'll paint bucket fill that. Yeah. This is on the outside. Okay. Blur. Now let's grab that and resize that. Okay. So yeah, I'm still on the bounds of the seat here. And that's fine. This will be moved down. This looks like being is a little smaller, right? It's a lot of limitations. Okay. So still need to come out a little more. Let's go 22. And that's don't really need that much. 21. Much more do we need? I also want a bit of a margin for the CD too, right? 21. Okay. Rendering again. I didn't even realize I don't have sheep chat running. Or rather, I just realized. Didn't start. Probably needs the code again. Remember, it tried to start. I don't know what happened to that. Okay, so that's done. Rid of this one. And then bring in this one, and hopefully it doesn't try to see it. Oh, I don't want. That's nothing. Okay. So test chat. Yeah. Okay. Put this there. Size it again. Still a little bit. Got a little space over here though, and it looks like it's going to collide. So it still have to be smaller. I'm going to jump all the way to 23. Okay. again. This. It's done. In. Size. Why isn't it snapping to canvas edges? Come on. Okay. So better. Better can come up so it's not colliding with that margin. But if when it gets centered, it's going to be different. For example, if I rectangle select here, I'll clone it. So I'll copy it and duplicate, and then I'll call this one top, and rather, head. This is going to be deleted anyway. So, so for head, I'll select it here, like from here to here, so I have generous selection, and then invert selection. I'm going to turn off foot, so I know it's deleted. And then for header, I'm going to go layer auto crop to contents, and yeah, so that's where it's at. That's just the selections. Now, if I go align, and I align, I gotta find pixels, live pixels to select here. It's not. I have this problem before. I'll make a new. That one. And that's one. Close tab. Undo history and close that too. Images. Close that. Layers and tools. And then give me my space back here. Okay, relative to image. Not sure why it's not letting me select. Like that. Anything? Hmm? Is it sitting inside of it? That sucks. Like, really? Okay, so I'll go. Obviously, I can center horizontally, which it already is, right? Okay, and then vertically, I'll go offset. I'll go to selection here, and I'll go and grab 80 margin by color, and yeah, so that's the selection. Now, back here, grab this layer, head, and then center to selection. Just still the center. That's still the center. Right key top, as high as it goes. Center, center. Okay, so I want to distribute this down. Y maybe. Wait. In fact, maybe I can just select within. So select none. I'm gonna say from here to here is probably my prime real estate. 3 and 3. Okay. Back here to this. And center to selection. Selection, right? Okay, because of the P. So it's still quite. Still quite large. So again, coming out a bit, 23, jumping straight to 25. All right. Just get smaller and smaller. Into the original. I guess on a CD, if this was like the insert, that would be pretty small. I'm thinking about it. I wonder if I should be aiming for, piece, or if I'm making it look like a CD. It'd be nice to print right to a CD. I do have some left over. I just don't have the printer. Anyway, okay, so I imagine that's good. That's where I want it. So I'll do a quick mock-up before I finish. And yeah. There's, get rid of all this stuff. Bring in the new one. Somewhere here. And then I'll duplicate it. Actually, I'll do a good render. Right? So I gotta look at some of the aliasing and stuff. 2850. It'll take a little while. I'm not sure it's gonna make it. I might as well just with that. Okay, so I'm gonna call this SM small. Of course, it's capital. I didn't want it to be capital. I'm gonna fix that. And then I'll pump out this one. And I'll just, if it finishes, then it finishes. It's gonna take a while though. Yeah. Excuse me. Starting. Okay, so that's just gonna run. Then the small one here, which is already in, right? Okay. And it still has to line up though. I mean, I can move things around, it just can't change size. Okay, so I'm gonna call this header. This foot. The foot. Then, rather, I'll just copy this one. Didn't realize. Awful. Then, yeah, that'll work. So I can't resize. Yes, enter. However, I can move it around, right? So I said I was going to copy this top one here, just because it's resized already, and I'll call it foot. Just put it down here. Then grab it. Actually, I want to grab a little large. And enter selection. Let's Control I to invert, right? And delete. Same thing on this side. And I'll just go selection invert again and delete the total. Right, so now they have separate layers. Okay. So for this one, I want to control or select none layer, crop the content, footer, layer, crop the content, header. I'm going to grab this area again, 3 and 3. This is too far. So it's 3 here. There's 3 there. Towards the bottom, I want it right against the hub. 3, 3, and 3, 3. Grab this. Why do I have multiple selections here? Let's do that again. Oops. 3, 3, and 3. And the bottom against the hub. I'm just seeing this extra one in the background, and it's high. It's making the yellow one white, so just weirding me out. Okay. Then I want that. Why is it so big? What? I thought I cropped the content here. Layer, crop the content. Why is it selecting? Because it's in the lettering. Okay, so let's get these out of there for now. Bring my selection back. Up against the hub. 3 and 3. Now I can do this right. Okay, there. Tool options, center and center. There. Yes. Okay. Layer, footer, visible. Now break, select none. Same thing, 3 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'll move here to the hub. 3, 1, 2, 3. It looks like 4. Okay, so one more over. 3, 3. And against the hub. And then line. This center center. Okay. Back here. In. Okay, now I'll hide the borders and actually I'll keep. Alright. Yeah. I always select none now. I don't want to see anything. Yeah, okay. So view, show grid, and yeah. How far along is this now? It disappeared. Alt tab, alt escape. Cycling through all windows. Okay, so it's gone. I don't know where it went. However, I know it's still rendering. I just don't know where. Obviously, the system doesn't want to display it. So there it is. Yeah. Looking decent. Coming along. Low resolution, but that's it. Need the background. There's all the gutters. It's lined up. And moving along. It's a little fuzzy. That's where it's at. And yeah. I don't know if it's unbalanced. Anyway, I gotta call it. So let's save this definitely. As and yeah, I'll just do that later. I'll do the punch out now. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. My Twitch, JWP stream, YouTube at JWPtube, Facebook, JWP Meta. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon, with 2 Ps. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins and synth edits. My GoFundMe, JWP Fund, PayPal, jwpmas@gmail.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, a like, comment, and/or subscribe are appreciated. Thanks for watching. Until next time.